Hello, thanks for clicking on my video. Welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If you are new here, consider joining the family by clicking that subscribe button and remembering the notification bell so you'll be reminded when I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create budget-friendly home decor that's easy to do. So if you want to see some of my creations, keep watching. Hello, my friends, and thank you so much for tuning in and watching another one of my videos. I'm going to share with you some really simple and easy Christmas decor. I'm going to be using from the Dollar Tree this Merry and Bright Christmas sign. I also have some holiday picks here from the Dollar Tree. I may only use one, and I'm going to be using some of these painter sticks. I'm going to cut the handles off of these, and I'm going to be using some red acrylic paint as well as a little brown and this white acrylic paint. So what I'm going to do first is cut the handle down off of all of my painter sticks. Now what I'm doing is stacking 3 of them at a time to cut them down. It just helps keep them more even as well as easier to cut so many down. I cut the handle off 7 painter sticks, and then I have 2 painter sticks that I cut the handle off and then cut those in half because I'm going to use those to connect these sticks together. So what I'm going to do is just line all 7 of these sticks up, and then I'm going to use some of my Gorilla wood glue and some hot glue to attach the little sticks to the larger sticks that I lined up, and that's how they're all going to be connected. I use this painter stick method a lot to create the base for my signs. So I'm going to apply the sticks on the ends first, and then I will go in and apply the 2 sticks in the middle. And so now what I'm going to do is attach the last 2 sticks to the middle. And once I get that complete, what I'm going to do is use that red acrylic paint, and I'm going to paint the front and the back of this sign. Once that is completed, this is how it looks. I painted the front and the back. I'm going to take some of this brown acrylic paint and just dry brush a very little amount across the top. It's a light brown. It's just giving it like a natural wood color distress look. And after I get that complete, I'm going to take my Dollar Tree sanding block and I'm going to sand over the front of this sign. What I'm doing is trying to bring some definition into the lines where I attach the painter sticks together, just to give it that nice farmhouse look. So I'm just going in, bringing definition to the different painter sticks that I all attach together. This is how it looks. I really love how that turned out. And so now what I'm going to do is paint that Merry and Bright using that white acrylic paint. I'm just going to go on with a very light coat. It don't have to be so heavy. I don't want to add too much paint at once and then it be kind of stuck in between the letters. So once I get that complete, all I'm going to do is use my wood glue and my hot glue, and I'm going to attach it to the sign. I'm going to tilt it a little bit sideways to give it a little bit character and to create some room so I can attach my holiday pick. Going to take my wire cutters and clip all of the different leaves off of the pick so that I can hot glue them down separately. Once I get everything hot glued down, I'm going to take some of that wire jute cord from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to staple this jute cord to the back so that I do have the option to hang this sign. And I'm just going to add a staple on one end, stretch it over, add a staple on the other end, and that'll be it for this sign. I think this came out really pretty. I absolutely love it. It's just a really simple way to create a nice high-end looking sign to style in your home for the holidays. Now I'm going to get ready and get started on the next DIY for today. I have one of these little wood planks out of the little 6-pack from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using some more of these painter sticks, and these do come from Walmart. And I have this little holiday pick for 98 cents from Hobby Lobby, and I will be using 2 of those. And I'm going to be using my white acrylic paint and a little bit of the black color. I cut the handles off of these sticks. Rather, these was some painter sticks that I already had the handle cut off. I do get these from my local hardware store, and those are 3 in a pack for 98 cents. I like these painter sticks better because they're a little wider, so they're a little bit more sturdier. And I have some pieces here that I cut down to use to connect my pieces together, just like I did in the previous DIY. So I'm just going to take my wood glue and my hot glue to attach these down. I always start with adding the ones on the end first and then add the other ones in the center. Once I get my sign created, I am going to take the Dollar Tree sanding block and sand over this. There was a few rough edges. I just wanted to smooth them out before I paint it using that white acrylic paint. And this paint is the gloss finish. And so I'm just going to go over with a light coat on the front as well as the back. And this is how it turned out. I didn't do too much of a heavy coat, so you can still kind of see some of that natural wood color. Now what I'm going to do is use my black acrylic paint to paint this little wood piece here. After I get that painted, I'm going to use the leftover paint on that brush and just dry brush over the white sign. I'm not going to go too heavy. I'm just going to brush over just lightly, and I will just distress the back as well too, just to have like a finished look on both sides. Now I'm taking my Dollar Tree sanding block and I'm just going over it, doing the same thing that I did in the previous DIY, just bringing a little definition into the lines. Now that that is complete, what I'm going to do is take some wood glue and some hot glue, and I'm going to attach this little wood plank right to the top of the sign in the center. I use my Cricut Joy to print out the words Merry and the word Christmas. So what I'm going to do is just transfer Merry over to the little black plank, and I used white vinyl for that. And so I'm just using my transfer tape to transfer that over. Once I get that complete, I printed the word Christmas using some black vinyl, and I'm going to apply that right under the Merry, using my transfer tape to transfer everything over. Once I get that complete, I'm going to take those 2 holiday picks that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I am going to hot glue one down to each side of this sign. I'm just going to pull off the tag and cut the stem down a little bit. I'm not going to clip these and hot glue them down separate. I'm going to just hot glue them down just the way they are, just making sure that I tack down every piece, and I'm going to do that on both sides. Once I have my floral picks hot glued down, this is how it looks. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did in the first DIY by attaching some of that jute wire to the back using my staple gun so that I can have the option to hang this sign as well. And so after I get the jute wire stapled down on both ends, that'll be it for this DIY. Another simple sign, easy to create, but has a nice high-end look. For this next DIY, I'm going to be using one of these canvas frames here from the Dollar Tree. I have this cute little pic that I got from Walmart for 98 cents, and I'm going to be using some of these Dollar Tree poster letters. What I'm going to do is just spell out the word joy with these poster letters, and I'm going to add it close to the top of this sign. Now I am going to bring in a little berries and another little pic to mix with that Dollar Tree holiday pic. So once I get the word joy spelled out, I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to heavily brush over this entire sign. I'm going to make sure I brush over the word joy to make sure it stays nice and secure to the canvas, but I'm going to go over the entire frame. Once that is complete and it dries, what I'm going to do is hot glue these pieces down to this sign. I'm just pulling them off the pic, and then I'm going to cut the stem off the bottom. This is a really simple sign, but I think it turned out so pretty. So once I have the pics cut off, I'm just going to hot glue them down to the bottom of this canvas. And as you can see, I'm just creating a little simple design, making sure that I do not cover any of the letters. I actually think it looks cute without the other little pics, but what I'm going to do is just to bring in a little holiday, I am going to attach these little green leaves from a Hobby Lobby pic, and then I'm going to attach a few of these berries in the center, and that'll be it for this. This was really simple, but I think it turned out so pretty. I absolutely do love this. And now I'm going to get started on the next DIY for today. What I'm going to be using for the next DIY is one of these pretty vases from the Dollar Tree. I love the way this one is shaped. I am going to be using a different pic. I was going to use another one of these pics from the previous DIY, but I'm going to use this other little pic and berries that I picked up from Hobby Lobby for 48 cents. I have these cute little vinyl words that I got for $1.99 at Michael's, and I'm going to be using some white acrylic paint. What I'm going to do first is give this vase 2 coats of that white acrylic paint. I'm going to give it 1 coat, let it dry, and then I'm going to apply the second coat. Once that is dry, what I'm going to do is take some jute cord and I'm going to wrap it around the neck of this vase. I'm just going to use some hot glue to tack it down, and then I'm just going to wrap it around a few times, and then I'm going to tack down the jute cord and then just cut off the excess. Once I get that complete, I chose the little vinyl sticker that said Merry Christmas, and I'm just going to apply that to the front of the vase. Once I get that down, I'm going to take some Mod Podge and go over the sticker and the vase just to make sure that everything blends in well and that the sticker is nice and secured. After I get that complete, I'm going to cut the leaves and the leaves and the berry pieces off this cute little pic that I got from Hobby Lobby, and it was 50% off, so it ended up being like 48 cents. So what I'm going to do is just hot glue these pieces right on top of the little jute cord. And after I get all of the little pieces and the berries tacked down, that will be it for this DIY. This was really simple, but I think this turned out really pretty. I'm actually going to recreate another one of these to style in my home for the holiday. Now I'm going to get started on the last DIY for today. What I'm going to be using is 2 of these little scrap wood pieces from the Dollar Tree. I have this wider piece and this flatter piece. I was originally going to use these cute little stickers that I have from Hobby Lobby, but instead I'm going to use one of Dollar Tree holiday picks. And I'm also going to be using some white acrylic paint. What I'm going to do is the thinner wood piece, I'm going to add some hot glue and some wood glue, and I'm going to attach that in the center of the other wood piece. And I'm just going to line it up right in the center. Once I get that tacked down, I'm going to go in with that acrylic paint and I'm going to paint this entire piece. I'm just sanding down the little rough edges before I apply the paint. Once I get that complete, what I'm going to do is just pull these pieces and these berries off of this holiday pick from the Dollar Tree so that I can hot glue them down to the wood piece separately. Now, this is a really simple piece, but I thought it'd be cute to create something to style without any words or something on it. Just a cute little simple piece. So as you can see, I'm just taking hot glue and tacking down all the little pieces. Once that is complete, this will be it for this DIY. It was really simple, but I think it's a really cute piece, and I really do like how this turned out. Thank you all so much again for watching another one of my videos. I hope you enjoyed today's video just as much as I did. If so, remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. As always, in the comment section below, let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. And here is a second look of all of the other DIYs that I created today. Remember that I have a website, and some of these items that I create, you can purchase them on my website along with other items that I create off camera. I also have a second channel called All Things Lovely. I have to post another video because I haven't posted on that channel in a while, but I'm going to get back to posting regularly. I had so many things going on with the boys and just life. So visit me over there. I'm going to have that linked in the description box below too, but you can go watch my previous videos that I already posted on that channel. Thank you all again so much for the support. And until next time, my friends, stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.